figure it out. We've all been there. Some of us do it for duty to country. Some of us do it because it's something we've always wanted to do. A majority of us don't end up in that office because this is what we thought we were going to be doing. Hey, I'm Shane. I'm a talent acquisition specialist currently serving in the United States Army. I've seen hundreds of people come through the door. I've put in 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s of people, and every story's been different. Hey, I'm Shane. I'm a talent acquisition specialist currently serving in the United States Army. I've seen hundreds of people come through the door. I've put in 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s of people, and every story's been different. Where they were, where they wanted to be, what they wish they knew, what they wish they didn't know, and it comes down to individual experiences. When I joined, you would have figured I had it all figured out. I didn't. I walked into the recruiting office and it was pretty simple for me. It was an easy contract for the recruiter. I was working 3 jobs at the time. I was in Southern California. I thought I could make it on my own, living in my own house. I was trying to afford at least an apartment and I couldn't even do that. And the truth of the matter is, even though I was working 3 jobs, I just needed to do something. And the Army seemed like the only thing that I could do, where I was like, I have friends that had served, I had relatives that had served. It made sense. Do I necessarily wish I would have gone back and done it again? Yes, actually I do. I wish I just knew more than what I know now, but knowing what I know now is kind of why I'm here and why I'm starting this channel. First thing you need to do when you walk into an office, you need to know your why. Why are you serving? Are you doing it for college? Are you doing it for a career? Are you doing it for excitement? Are you doing it to maybe test your ability to meet a new threshold that you've never met before, something that you never thought you could do before, and this is the only way that you can do it? Well, that's what you need to know before you walk into an office, rather than just, yeah, well, I think it's a good idea. I'm going to try it, but I don't know that it's going to do anything for me. Second thing you need to do, you need to research job options. Now, just because the Army has a whole bunch of jobs for you that's applicable to you, that you think is applicable to you, and even if you do qualify, that doesn't mean you're going to get the job. But you should at least know what you want to do if the Army is not going to be something you do for 20 years. It's not something everybody's going to do for 20 years. Realistically, 20 to 30% of people that join will do 20 years of service. So you need to go in with at least a career field that is going to help you on the outside. And even if it's not, even if it's just for the educational benefits, you're just trying to get started, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's at least a starting point. But going in there with zero intention or zero knowledge of what you want to become is not going to help you either. The next thing, and not everybody obviously knows this before talking to a recruiter, is the MEPS process. The big process where you have to go through, you have to see a doctor, you have to see a whole bunch of different people. It's the entirety of your day. You start at 4:30 in the morning, you get done at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening, you're exhausted. But the issue is, you don't know what to expect when you get there. And your recruiter is going to tell you what to expect. It's part of their job. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you should have some sense of knowledge of what you're going to get from this, what you're going to gain from this, and realistically who you're talking to when you're down there, and what their intentions are at the end of the day for you. You need to not rush your contract. And it's hard for me to want to say that, being a previous recruiter and now talent acquisition, but at the end of the day, rushing your contract is going to get you into something that you wish you would have never done before. And that's where your issue starts. It takes time to know what you want to do for some. For some, they just know exactly what they want to do, and it's no problem at all. They just get right into it, and everything works out for them. That's not the case for most people. So you should know if there's bonuses available to you. Hey, am I going to get money out of this? Am I going to get something out of this? Because we live in the generation of what is in it for me. With what you're sacrificing, there should be something that you're getting on the back end of things. And I don't disagree with that. Thing is, have your recruiter break things down. Have the person that you're talking to break things down. For me, it was knowing what I know now. Things were more available to me, but at that time, it did not matter. I just needed to go. I needed to get out. I needed to start getting paid. I needed to start being able to take care of my own self. And at that point, the recruiter gave me a couple options, and I went with whatever one was. I'm like, that sounds cool. I'm good with that. It's a cool name. And although it was a fun job and I met a lot of awesome people, it's nothing that I can truly use when I get out. And that's why I transitioned, because shooting really big bullets is not going to help me become anything when it comes time to get out. Because at 40 years of age, when I am done, what do? I still have 20 more years of work I can give or want to do, because working is something I enjoy doing. And what do I do for that? You need to write down at least 5 questions. Just start with 5. And it could be as simple as, what's the promotion timeline for this job? What does it look like if I get paid more? What does my job look like? What does my role look like? My responsibility? How much do I have to take on? And am I willing to assume all of that? And how quickly am I going to get to that point? What schools do you have access to? Can I go jump out of planes? Can I go rappel out of helicopters? Can I go special forces? It doesn't matter what it is specifically, but there's a lot of things that the Army has to offer school-wise that you otherwise probably don't know about. Basic questions that everybody always wants to ask. How often am I going to be deployed? How often am I going to be in the field, which is just like a glorified camping trip with a lot more miscellaneous stuff that you have to deal with. But how often am I going to be away from the people that I want to spend time with? How much time am I going to get off? Am I going to get paid for this time off? Do I have to wear my uniform every single day for 24 hours a day? Do I never get to take it off? Do I have any life outside of, I put this uniform on? Those are things that you should ask, and you should be seeking a legitimate answer for, and it should be pretty obvious to tell when the answer that you are given is not the reality of it. As I said, this is just the intro to me starting this page. It's the beginning of something. I don't know what it's going to become. I have multiple different things that I want to put into this page, what I want this page to become, and I hope it is beneficial to those who more or less don't know. But if this helped you and you would like to see more tips in the future, we'll talk about how making money makes sense for you in the Army. And it doesn't even have to be the Army specifically, what promotion looks like, what my first paycheck looks like, what can I do with my first paycheck, what freedoms do I have, what freedoms do I not have. But a big one is the money ploy for me. Things that I just didn't know until 5-10 years later down the road, where financially, not that I would have gotten out of the Army because of what it had to offer, but I could be doing a lot more with where I'm at right now, knowing what I know now. And we all know this, we all hear this, we all say this, but you don't want to end up broke every payday. And I've seen it all the time. And at the end of the day, the page is here to hopefully help you with that, and then also some other things, which you obviously see as they come. And check my bio for links and resources, and I look forward to hearing from you.